Welcome back to Talkin Shop with ShopSabre. I'm Brandon, back with Jesse and Garrett. Finally feels normal. How's it going, guys?
I am back.
I know.
We're
back better.
What was that?
I'm not sure he knows what it was. We're
Well,
stuck in a closet here.
Is that your singing voice?
Yeah, Garrett's singing. Great, Garrett. Thank you.
It was a yawn mid-talk.
It was beautiful.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I was yawning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
How's it going, guys?
Tired.
We're all tired.
Why are you guys yawning so
I
bad?
don't know.
Oh,
He yawns and I yawn.
I know. It's just really.
I was
not
up
very
late,
beneficial.
man. I was up late. I'm tired
too.
today. Had to go to a late movie last night.
A late movie?
Yeah, it
It
was.
was like 7 o'clock.
It started at 6:05.
6:05, yeah.
We didn't get out till after 8. It was bedtime.
I started a late movie.
Yeah.
Cool. Good stories, guys.
You were in your bed. I was
Yeah.
watching Sonic.
No, I was playing hockey last night.
Oh,
Very different.
isn't that really late too?
Yeah.
Why
10
aren't you
o'clock.
yawning?
10:05.
Why aren't you yawning? I was
Because
sleeping while you were playing hockey.
I'm fine.
He's a real
Yeah.
man, Garrett.
But last week we talked with Sean Morley. Talked to him a little bit about marketing.
I started that podcast. I turned it on, listened to the beginning.
Did you?
Then I shut it off.
Yeah? Is it because
Yeah.
we made fun of you a lot?
Yeah, you guys hurt my feelings. Shut it off.
But welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thanks, man.
We thought you quit.
Nope. Just stuck in the deep south, you know.
Yeah, I know.
No way to get home.
You know when you finally think you've accomplished a goal in life
Yeah.
and then it doesn't happen?
Reality slaps you in the face.
Yeah. Welcome back this morning.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we had a good episode last week. I mean, we kind of had to improvise because somebody
Yeah.
decided to take the most efficient traveling method back to Minnesota.
What was that? An airplane?
Plane,
Yeah,
trains, and automobiles.
Yep, that all happened. And Ubers. Don't
Oh, and
forget about
Ubers.
those.
Yep.
There were a couple of those.
You had an
There
Uber
was a
for
bus.
3.5 hours.
There was a bus at one point. Yeah,
I think you sat in the back of a U-Haul.
I did. Yeah, so like, what was that? Home Alone.
It was-
I felt like Kevin's mom.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
trying to find a place to
I
sleep.
feel like that's what you guys were like.
It was crazy, man.
I just kept getting text messages from you guys telling me how you weren't going to make it.
No, I'm just gonna drive from now on. Like I won't fly.
It's super funny.
That sucked.
So vacation was fun.
Yeah, vacation was a great time.
Good time on vacation.
Getting home sucked.
Getting home, not so much fun.
Not so much. Not at all.
So what did we learn?
We drive everywhere we go. We don't fly anymore.
No, that's not what we learned.
What else did we learn?
We don't leave ShopSabre.
Yeah, we don't leave jobs. We just stay here.
Take more vacations.
Take less vacation.
It was Bree's fault.
Bree's fault.
The whole thing was Bree's fault. Getting stuck at the airport, staying in gangland, and then taking 5 Ubers home was all Bree's. Yeah, look at me through the window. She's looking through the window, shaking her head at me.
She hears
it's her
us.
Fault. Yeah, it's her
She
fault.
can hear us right now.
So Friday morning, it was April 1st. And Bree wakes me up and she's like, our flight's been canceled. What do we do? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm sleeping, right? So I kind of pop awake and I'm, what? It was canceled. And I was like, oh, we better start figuring this out. We got to leave tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
And she goes, ha, April Fools. Yeah.
She set you guys up for failure out of the gate.
Yeah. So I went back to sleep, pissed off, right? I'm done with you. That's not funny.
Yep.
And we get through security on Saturday. And
Guess what happened?
She gets a text. Our flight's been canceled.
You're like, you already tried that one on me.
And I just looked at her and I go, how'd that April Fool's joke work out for you?
Thanks. You owe me a Coke.
She just looked at me and gave me the finger. And I was like, not my fault. You did this. Like,
Yeah.
You
Hey,
spoke this into the
did they
universe.
cancel your flight before or after you returned your rental car?
That was after we returned the
Oh, that's
rental car.
convenient.
Yeah.
And then you
'cause
went back to get said rental car?
There are none in this country. Like, you can't get
Zero.
one. Yeah.
You
So-
gave a rental car back and it was immediately gone.
Wasn't I texting you like I said I was going to try to find a junker?
Yeah.
In like Atlanta somewhere and
Yeah.
drive? I did. I tried.
I get this message. It's like, I don't know, the evening of that Saturday.
Uh-huh.
And I got Jesse.
I was calm.
No, he was not. He was anything but calm. Literally, he was not anywhere close to calm.
Not at all.
And losing it, right? And he's like, I'm gonna go find an old junker car. I got an appointment in the morning. We're gonna buy a car, start driving. I'm like, just calm yourself. Like, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
We'll see you on Tuesday when you get back.
Yeah, we wanted to get home.
I'll see you on Tuesday. Like, just hang out there in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
And then you Ubered. So then, get this. His
Bree's dad.
in-laws
Yeah.
live in
Nashville.
Nashville. Okay.
Yeah.
So they decide we're not hanging out in Atlanta. We're
No.
going to Uber from Atlanta, Georgia
To Chattanooga.
to Chattanooga, Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
So that Uber bill It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. It wasn't a cheap one, that's
Oh,
for sure.
man.
Carlos didn't say many words on the trip. I can tell you that. It was,
No.
it
He was
a very
probably like,
quiet
just
drive.
drop these idiots off.
Get the hell out of my van.
He's like, why did I
Get
accept
those
this Uber?
demon children out of here.
Yeah. So needless to say, Jesse ended up buying a van when he was done because his kids wrecked it.
Yeah, I owe that guy some money still.
Guess what episode number it is today?
51?
Oh, that's a pretty cool number.
Yeah.
51.
Might as well 51B it, right?
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
51A.
51A?
51B.
It's 51.
We always skip A.
No,
It's always B.
Always
No.
skip A.
Always B.
no.
Yeah.
But that's your race car number, right?
It is my race car number.
And we are right into racing season. aren't
Well,
we?
not right into it
We're
yet.
getting close.
We keep trying.
Yeah.
Keeps getting canceled.
It's golf season.
Snow. More snow.
Yeah, thanks.
Maybe we can just get past that snow season and maybe we might get to fall.
Seems like the winter never stops. You know?
Oh
I
my
tell
God.
people all the time, like, what's Minnesota like? It's
Winter.
9 months of winter and a month of spring, a month of summer, and you get a month of fall.
I think you got it wrong.
I don't think so.
Yep. Pretty sure it's winter and road construction.
You think so?
That's our 2 seasons there.
There's a hunting season in there somewhere.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think.
For a week.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, no. So today's episode, I think we should talk a little bit about stepping up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like stepping up your business,
Stepping up your game,
stepping up your products,
stepping up your dance moves.
your dance moves.
Yeah. Take it up, next level.
I like that idea.
Stepping up to the plate or the tee box.
Stepping up to your text messages on your phone.
Stepping up to my phone just decided to let me know that it now has Face ID with masks. Cool.
Is that why you're putting a mask on right now?
Yeah, that's why I want to see if it works. Yeah, so I'm
Ooh,
not
a
sure what's
squirrel.
going on here. Like it's apparently the new.
You're like
thing.
a little kid, you just get distracted.
I
very
do.
easily.
Squirrel. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened there. Anyways. So yeah, stepping up. Let's
Welcome
go back
back.
to that. Hey, I'm back. Hey, welcome back to the Talkin Shop. No. Yeah, so anyways, like I said, I don't know why. My phone lit up, told me I could wear a mask. I don't know why. I thought that was intriguing. That like, why would you alert me of
Like
this?
Siri doesn't know COVID's over.
Yeah, like, hey, it's gone. Don't need the mask. But yeah, anyway, so what made us choose this topic, I guess, is where we should probably start, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder, do you have an answer or what one of
I
us
thought
have?
you came up with it.
Oh, boy. Let's hear Garrett's answer.
Maybe you could answer it.
Garrett, what was your answer? No, you don't know it.
I don't
do you?
think I chose this topic.
Oh, okay. Well, I did, so good.
I just renamed it.
He did, true story, he did rename it. I came up with that episode earlier this week. He's like, we already have a name for that one. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll use this one instead.
I love this.
But no, this is is really something that I chose because when you watch people take a dream and make it reality,
yeah.
you get to play a part in that. Specifically us, in the CNC world, we get to play a part in a lot of people, creating that dream, if you will, right? Their
Right.
business or taking their business to the next level.
Yep.
And it's really kind of fun to watch somebody take a hobby idea a lot of times, right? Just a hobby, something fun on the side, whatever you want to call it, right? Your hustle, your side hustle. But they turn it into an idea that becomes profitable
Yeah.
and then becomes a more professional thing for them, right?
That's my favorite part about this job.
It's really
Honestly.
exciting.
It's my favorite part.
Yeah, you get to watch people literally quit their jobs. You
Yeah.
watch people and you watch it unfold. They're like, oh, I want to get into a machine. I want to do this, blah, 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 but I'm going to quit my job eventually. And then they call you up 3 months later and they tell you they quit their job.
Right? I love
Yeah.
hearing that. Like, someone has a great idea and you hear it and you just know, like, this person has a home run.
Yeah.
You're going to knock this out of the park.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to be a part of this.
How about the flip side when you hear a guy have an idea and it's just a terrible idea?
Oh, you've heard it. Like,
Yeah.
we've been on that side of things.
You have to have an
Right?
uncomfortable conversation.
Yeah.
Like
it
you have,
is.
you do. You have those, and that goes back to stepping up your game, right?
Right.
You're like, hey, I know that you're excited about that idea, but I'm telling you as a consumer, I don't think there's a lot of it out there.
You're right. I don't think there's a market for
Yeah.
wooden earplugs. I
Yeah.
just don't think it's there. Okay.
Right.
Like, you can make them, but we should probably make cabinets or furniture or
Yeah,
something
like,
else.
but, and that's some of the stuff is that you talk about that. Like, hey, you know what? If you're a woodworker and you enjoy working with, those type of materials, maybe there's another project or product you can come up with.
Yeah, like make your earplugs at night, right?
Yeah.
Make your wood earplugs at night, and then
Yeah.
let's make something during the day that's going to sell.
Let's talk about the things that do excite us. You know, when you get to
Yeah.
watch guys, as an example, we've watched people who really enjoy working with Live Edge, right?
Yeah.
And you watch some of these guys turn them into Live Edge businesses where they're building these incredible tables and these incredible, different projects out of, Live Edge material.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And it's really fun to watch what the machine does for people. And you watch the stories and you get the emails and people are just, ecstatic about what they've been able to accomplish.
Yeah, I love it.
So that's really what made me choose this topic, is because really when I was writing the top, I try to write in advance. People believe that we're winging it most of the time, but I do try to at least put some bullet points down. And when I was doing it, I got a phone call from a customer of mine who was telling me about how excited he was that he ended up with his ShopSabre because he's been able to literally quit his job. He's telling me about that. He said, I went from, working a job that I put in 60 hours a week for somebody else. He goes, to good news, I now put in 80 hours a week, but for myself.
For myself.
And that's what he said. He goes, he enjoys it again. He said
Yeah.
he's having fun. He goes, the time doesn't matter. He goes, and I think that's what really woke me up, that it's time to step it up, because a lot of people, they get overwhelmed with the hours, and it's because they're not enjoying what they're doing.
Right.
But once you're enjoying what you're doing, you've stepped it up, and you're having a lot more fun.
Well, it's not work anymore.
It's not work. Yeah, it's just, you're gonna fill your entire week with something, right?
What do they say? What is that quote? Like, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
That's what they say.
Something
Yeah.
like that?
Yep. If you do what you love every day, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
What is this all about?
But reality is you have, 168 hours in a week, right?
That's a lot.
168 hours in a week.
Garrett,
You're going
does
to
that
use
check
them
out?
anyways. What'd you say?
So, Garrett, does that check out?
Can you fact check that? I think it's 168. Math should check out on that one. But if you have, 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week, you're going to fill them with something, right?
Right.
Why not be stuff that you enjoy doing?
I don't disagree with you.
Why not step your business up?
It's a great idea.
And that's the other side of it is, the flip side of this is when you're stepping it up, you start thinking about things, realistically that you're already doing, but let's step them up.
How can we make it better?
How can we
change
improve?
this? How can we be
Yeah.
more efficient, right?
Yeah, I guess because since Garrett's super focused over there, we're going to ask Garrett. Hey, Garrett, what do you think of when I say stepping it up?
Stepping up would be working harder, trying to improve your hobby, your business, your lifestyle. Anything that you would set your mind to that you want to get better at.
I like
You
it.
gotta step up.
Step it up.
Put in the work.
Put in the work. I like it. Jesse, do you agree?
First thing I thought of was that dance movie, right? That's why I said dance, Step
That's
It Up,
funny.
Volume 2.
That's funny.
Right?
Yeah, that's
right.
funny.
That's what I was like, yeah.
And I thought it too. I was like, yeah.
pump up the
My
jams
wife's seen
today.
all of those. I've watched every one of them with my wife.
Stepping up, I think, is being able to take a step back and look at where you're weak, right? Look at your weak spots or
I
the
like
spots
it.
that need improvement.
Look at this guy.
Look at this guy. Who is he?
Where can we make this better? Where can we improve, right? How can we make this more efficient, more profitable for this company? I think stepping it up is being able to take that step back and say, hey, we can make this better.
I think Jesse needs to spend more time in the back of a U-Haul truck cross country because he comes up with some really good answers while hanging out in that U-Haul.
That wasn't bad.
That was not bad.
Ah,
With that, guys, we're going to call this an episode. No, I'm just kidding.
hey, you guys have a good day. Got to go make some quotes. Be back.
No, that's the truth, though, is a lot of times we get so busy going forward, we forget to look at what we just passed.
How'd you get there?
Yeah.
How'd you get there? And when you get to that point, how do we continue this path forward successfully?
Right. Yeah, and I think that's a good point. I like where you both went with that because, as Garrett said, I do think a lot of it has to do with, bringing it to the next level, doing something new, doing something exciting. What can you do to improve your lifestyle, your business, whatever you're doing? But in, kind of conjunction with that, you really have to be in that same, like you said, take a step back.
Yeah.
Look at what you just did. Look at where you came from. What can you improve on? What did you miss?
Right. Well, I think if you try to make those changes or you try to step up and you're going 150 miles per hour forward, you're going to miss things.
Yep.
You
Well,
got to take that step back and slow down for a sec, right?
yeah. That's the, there's a thing I always like to say is a little of everything is less than, sometimes, a lot of what you are working on,
Right.
And, sometimes people get so diluted trying to get to the end, to the finish, right? They're just running as fast as they can. They really aren't doing a quality job along the way.
No, and they're going to get burnt out halfway through.
Well, by the time you get to the end, like, okay, I finished. But really, was it your best work?
Yeah. How you feeling?
Yeah, like, how are you feeling? But how are people around you feeling?
Yeah.
Like, that's what you have to remember. Sometimes it's just about, how do your customers feel? How does your employees feel? How does your team? How does your family? There's a lot of people around you that a lot of times are silent winners there, right?
Right.
People who championed you along the way that get lost when you're running that fast.
They do. Absolutely. You got so much going on.
Right? I mean, I'm going to relate it back to, sports and racing specifically. Like when a race is over, who's the camera always on?
The winner.
Yeah, but the driver specifically.
Right.
The guy who won the race, right?
Yeah.
Winner chicken dinner.
But the crew helps him win the race.
They do.
The guys back in the shop who built the race car helped him win that race.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like there's a lot of people behind the scenes that get missed sometimes, and I think that's where it goes back to stepping it up. Like it's not just about that driver stepping it up, but the crew members need to step it up, right?
Right.
When you lose, when you're not winning the race, when you're not winning the sport, whatever you're doing, like you have to take a look at everything that didn't happen, right?
Right.
And sometimes that is the time that was put in the shop the week prior.
Right. You're the coach. You're the boss. You run the business.
Yeah.
Right? You are in charge of the attitude of the employees, right? You're in charge of the energy, everything, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think stepping it up, something to think about is it's critical in the growth of the economy, right?
Oh, absolutely.
People need to start businesses to strengthen the economy, does it not?
Yeah.
I mean, without jobs,
You're watching it. Right?
Yeah.
We watched it. You're seeing businesses close, and you're seeing what it does to the economy.
Yeah.
What it does to people's lives.
Jobs, need to be created, to create that need, right?
Yeah.
And need creates supply and demand in a way.
Oh, for sure.
So the more people that are employed, the more people that can spend money.
That's checks out.
Right. So
usually how it works, I think.
Remember, ShopSabre started as a dream. That's
It did.
something I like to talk about. Is it's a dream that started in my dad's garage. Really, it was a
Was it a dream or was it a nightmare, Brandon?
Well, there's that. Depends on the day. No,
Whichever day he fired you.
Yeah, exactly. It depends which day he fired me on.
This thing sucks.
Yeah, God, 53 times in a year. But no, I mean, in all seriousness, though, when you start looking at that, that is the truth, though, is that you do have, the idea of creating that dream. And my dad's dream was, doing something that he enjoyed doing every day. And doing something, my dad's always owned businesses all my life. All my life, my dad's always done some form of self-employment.
He's an entrepreneur.
I shouldn't say that.
Sure.
Like when I was really, really young and younger than I can remember, he worked for a big corporate company, and that's what made my dad say, "I'm not doing this anymore."
Right.
And that's kind of where it went. It's kind of this topic that we're talking about right now is stepping it up. My dad realized this isn't the lifestyle I want, and so my dad stepped it up, and my dad put a lot on the line to pull it off, and really, my dad was at the time, when ShopSabre started, my dad actually owned another company, kind of like Geek Squad, if you will, right? I mean,
Okay.
Geek Squad's kind of the company that everybody recognizes now, but my dad used to have a computer business, and he used to, I guess rent is what you'd call it, like technicians or technical support out to people, So if your company needed computer program stuff done, whatever it was, like you could have his consultants come out and help you out, You didn't have to hire somebody on your own. And then Y2K came along.
Sweet.
Yeah, and the world ended on Y2K.
I remember that.
Oh wait, no, it didn't.
Yeah.
But everybody was convinced it was gonna.
Right.
And my dad did a bunch of I remember my dad doing a bunch of simulations in the house and nope, it's not gonna happen. My dad was very confident. My dad was like, this is never gonna turn into anything.
This is dumb.
Yeah, and then my dad started telling people, and I'll tell you what, when everybody's freaking out about something and you're the guy telling them they're crazy,
Right.
you're not everybody's best friend sometimes.
No, you're not.
But the reality is, my dad knew it was after Y2K, the computer business was going to change. My dad was he saw the writing on the wall. And think about it, the computer industry really changed after Y2K.
It did. For
And
sure.
my dad saw it coming. And my dad said, it's time for us to, switch directions before this thing goes another direction. And so he started, looking at other avenues for building a business, And at the time, my stepmom was wanting to do a craft business,
Like an Etsy before Etsy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was like an Etsy before Etsy because the signs on the wall that says, always kiss me goodnight. Those kind of things, The home decor. And my dad was like, the hell if I'm sitting at a bandsaw the rest of my life cutting out
sounds
hearts and
great.
roosters. Yeah, he's like, I'm not doing that. So my dad, started looking at what can I do to improve on that, right? What can I do to step it up, right? And he started looking at CNC machines. And at the time, there wasn't a lot of options back then.
And they were super inexpensive.
They were super inexpensive, yeah.
Right.
No, they were the most expensive machines you could possibly buy. Like $250,000 machines.
Yeah.
And my dad's trying to do this out of his home garage. Like,
take
just not something you see a lot of. And the few machines that did exist back then that you could fit in your home garage and probably afford, my dad was like, no. Like, my dad's just one of those guys that, like, if I can build it better,
I'm going
no.
to.
Yeah, like, no, I'm not going to buy it that way. You know, so my dad looked at them. I remember my dad doing a bunch of research and stuff. And, you know, to be honest, I was so young back then. I wasn't involved a lot in that side. But I just remember watching my dad, like, always working. And obviously I'd spend time in the garage with him, whatever. And it's his passion. My dad's passion was always hanging out in the garage. Like, he's got a skill for just, you know, fabrication and figuring things out. And so that's kind of what he did. You know, he just hung out there, and I kind of got to hang out with him. And, you know, my dad started building this machine, this robot, if you will. And I'll never forget. I mean, we got it running, and it was pretty cool watching it, you know, and I honestly didn't care because I was a kid.
Dude, I can't imagine, right? Like
Yeah.
watching that thing fire up for the first time in your dad's garage.
Didn't care.
Had to, really?
Didn't care.
Dang.
Like, I honestly thought it was like a waste of time because I was a kid. Like, I wanted to go ride my bike, you
Right.
know? I wanted to go throw rocks, you know? Like, I didn't care, you know? Like honestly, I'm not lying to you. Like, I just didn't care. And I'm sure my dad was pretty passionate about it, but I was young. And so anyways, the neighbors owned a cabinet business. And he saw my dad's machine running, obviously doing what it was supposed to be doing. And he, like, was convinced he was going to buy my dad's machine.
Right.
My dad was like, no. Like, my
This
dad
is
was not.
mine.
Yeah, like, this is mine. Get your own. Like, my dad was not going to sell it to him. And then the guy beat him up for like 6 months. And then you know how, like, anytime you build anything, like, there's always like, oh, I should have done this differently. Oh, I should have
Yeah.
done that. Like, my dad had those moments, you know. And then finally it was like, aha, I'm going to sell the neighbor this version. I'll build another one for myself. So my dad did. And I helped my dad. And we built the second one. And then the neighbor's friend or whatever, I don't know how the relationship was, but somebody that knew the neighbor came over and tried to buy the second one. I remember looking at my dad like, I swear to God, if you sell this thing, I'm moving out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm doing it.
I know I'm 13, but I'm
running
moving
away.
out.
I'm running away. I don't care. But yeah, so he ended up selling it. And
Thanks, Dad.
I did not run away. But it was kind of that supply and demand, right?
Yeah.
My dad could only supply so many of them, but the demand was starting to grow. So my dad built the third one, and he was like, I'm going to go to the show in Atlanta with it. So he goes to the show in Atlanta, you know, and my uncles and everybody went down there with him. And yeah, I mean, it was like, you know, small fish, big pond kind of experience, right?
Yeah.
You can imagine being this, you know, homemade machine at this massive woodworking show. But yeah, it was very cool. It was a pretty cool experience for my dad. Obviously, I was not there because, again, I was young. But yeah, he ended up selling a bunch of machines there, and it's kind of how the business kicked off. Like, my dad sold more machines than he could have possibly have built, and he came home, and my dad used to have race cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that day my dad stopped having race cars. He came home and sold everything, turned our shop, or I say our shop, it's his shop, obviously, his shop into a business. Started buying equipment and selling race cars. And, like, for the record, this is about the time I was getting old enough to actually be involved in race cars. Like, I think I just turned 16.
Oh.
So I was like, yeah, I'm going to get to drive race car. Wait, where'd the race cars go?
I'm going to get to paint
Yeah.
CNC machines.
I think that's why ShopSabre started, personally. Like, I think that's the real story behind ShopSabre that my dad will never let out. Like, Brandon's old enough to play with race cars. We got to get rid of him, come up with something. Like, let's build CNC machines. Like, anything to keep me away from it, right?
I can see that.
Like, I swear. Like, it was like, nope.
How'd that work out?
I've worked a lot of hours since then, and I had to pay for my own race cars.
You got your own race cars.
Yeah, so, joke's on you, Dad.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. But yeah, no, so, you know, really, it went from kind of a, and I wouldn't say a hobby as much, you know, but it was kind of a hobby thing.
Yeah.
To more of a professional plan for us.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and I think that's a lot of businesses out there. You know, there's a lot of people out there that you hear about it, like, you know, father-sons that have started businesses together, or mother-daughters that have started businesses, or, you know, mother-sons. And, you know, you hear all these things where it's family relationships, you know, that have built things. And it's pretty cool, you know, and a lot of it starts with upgrading the processes. That's what I've always found with businesses. Like, the first thing people do is they upgrade their processes.
Right? How do we make this better? How do we make it smoother?
I think that's, yeah, fair to say. Obviously, I think there's a whole bunch of dedicated time that has to go into these things, you know?
Yeah.
As you step it up, like, you got to dedicate more time, right?
There's no doubt.
Like,
I'm going to start my own business, and I'm going to work less.
yeah, it just doesn't happen. Like,
it
I mean,
doesn't happen.
everybody's intention is that, right?
Right.
Every person who starts a business who's never had a business before, the first thing they say is that they want more free time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be like honest. Like you have less free time.
I'm gonna check back with you in a year.
Yeah, but the reality is like it is more free time.
It is.
Like it's less free time because you're working a lot, but it's more free time because you're working when you want.
Right, and you're working for yourself.
Yeah. It's different when you're working like on a Saturday morning.
Right.
I don't know why. Do you ever notice that?
I don't work Saturday morning, sir.
This is true. But Saturday mornings when I work, like I have a lot less stress.
You get up way before me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I like to stay up late.
Yeah. I'll stay up late and get up early.
Not me, sir.
Don't care.
Yeah. Actually,
It's just who I am. Like I enjoy it. Like it's fun for me.
Do you get no sleep?
it's my favorite thing about you too.
I
It's
need
my
very little
absolute
sleep,
favorite
yeah.
thing because I love Saturday mornings at 6:15 when my phone starts going ding 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 ding.
Is that an email?
Bombardo, I'm gonna kill you today.
Is that an email?
The emails, text, and then that damn pigeon starts pecking at my window. Get up! Get up!
Send the pigeon message.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sometimes if you're not answering,
You ain't kidding.
I think if I had to get up before 8, Saturday and Sunday, I wouldn't make it.
You don't think so?
No, those are my 2 days I need to sleep in. I usually sleep till about 9 or 10 every Saturday, Sunday.
I have a feeling it's later than that.
No, my alarm's usually set for. I don't like sleeping past 10.
I have a feeling it happens.
Every once in a while, I'll sleep till noon,
Yeah, I can see that.
but that's like once every 2 months.
I hate sleeping in. I feel like I waste a day.
I don't like sleeping in that late, but 10 o'clock is perfect on a Sunday. Oh, it feels great.
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of even like 10 o'clock to me feels late.
Yeah.
But you also get up at 6, 5 every day, so it's
Every
a little
day.
different.
True.
I get up at 7.
Yeah,
This is
but
true.
you also go to bed sometimes at 2, Garrett.
Yeah. I'm more of like a 1 to 7.
I'll see that like Saturday mornings. I'll get up and be like, oh, Garrett called at 2 a.m.
There was a bad streak where I was-
We're gonna call him back at noon today because there's no way he's human right now.
There's a bad streak of me calling you pretty late.
It was
late
awesome.
nights.
Bad streak.
It was
I like how he
awesome.
refers to it as a bad
My
streak.
favorite is like the 2 o'clock FaceTime. That is my
That's what it
favorite.
was for a while. It was almost bi-weekly.
Oh, it was so
It was
funny.
like a set program.
So funny.
It was like Wheel of Fortune coming on every Sunday.
It was great.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Other than time, what else do you need to dedicate, Brandon?
I'm just enjoying this conversation right now. Like, wow.
How about resources?
Yeah, that's true. I think resources, that's a good one. Garrett, let's start there. You know, resources in the way of obviously not just money. I think everybody hears resources thinks of money, right?
Yeah, it's
But
everyone's first.
How about people, right?
right?
You need people.
As a resource people wish they had right now.
Oh my God. People. Take some people, please.
I'll take 12.
Take 12 of them.
Equipment, too, could go along with that.
Maybe CNC machines like a ShopSabre.
Yeah.
A ShopSabre would be a cool piece of equipment to add.
It'd be an awesome
That'd
resource.
be a nice resource.
It'd be an awesome resource. It'd also be a good way to invest in your business.
You know what another resource is?
What's that?
ShopSabre.com. You can learn a lot about those machines.
It's true. This is very true. But yeah, you're investing in your business in way of tools, you know, obviously equipment that we're talking about here. But before you can buy equipment, sometimes you need what? The word
Advertising?
space. Space, boys.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the word is space.
Didn't know.
You guys both like, yeah. They both just if everybody listening could have viewed what just happened, they both just stared at me with these giant watermelon eyes. Like, what's the answer? What's the answer?
Like the space between my ears went
Yeah.
empty.
You were supposed to tell us.
That's really funny.
What?
What's the answer to this?
Tell us, please.
We should have just moved on to the next section.
Yeah.
Just left
Just
everybody
left us
wondering.
sitting there looking at each other.
Oh, that was good.
God, these guys are dumb.
So what is it?
It's marketing.
Yeah, see, I knew that.
Yeah, but I mean, really, you gotta begin by showing people that you exist, right?
Yeah.
So marketing is a good one. Sometimes it's just a matter of marketing that you have a new product, you've made changes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you already exist, right? But you need to let people know there's something new, right?
Or you have to rebrand, redesign.
That's a
Yeah.
real possibility.
Absolutely.
It's definitely a
It's
real
more
possibility.
common now when companies are struggling.
For sure.
Like Dairy Queen, I just noticed. I went and got a burger the other day. And they totally changed their whole menu, their packaging, and everything. I'm like, oh,
I don't
you
think
gotta
Dairy
do-
Queen's
gotta do
struggling,
what you
homie.
You do or don't?
I don't.
What?
I don't think Dairy Queen's struggling.
I don't know.
Dairy Queen?
Yeah, they have ice cream. It's delicious. Anything that has ice
How did
Yeah,
Dairy
it
Queen come up?
doesn't
Didn't you just say
struggle.
Burger King?
He said Dairy,
Dairy
Queen.
I thought you said Burger King. Why did my
no.
brain went Burger King? I was thinking of that giant king.
I do like Burger
A
King.
Blizzard is also $7 now, and it's insane.
Supply and demand.
I'd pay 3 times that amount for a Blizzard.
Hey, Jesse,
run on break?
I'm selling blizzards for $21. Would you like one?
I buy direct, sir.
No.
I don't use middlemen.
No middleman here, sir.
I don't like the Chinese markup.
Fair enough.
So
But not
pound sand.
Chinese.
Not Chinese.
I'm Italian. It's very different. Oh, man. I'm just short.
There you are.
Yeah, no. So that's the truth, though, is like you said, marketing is a big part of it. And as you said, some businesses, they do. They rebrand themselves because, they've done something new. But yeah, there's a lot of different processes that you have to think about as a business to step it up. A lot of different things in the world that you can do to step up your business to that next level. And that is investing in yourself in some way or fashion, right?
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, it's not just investing in cost, right? I mean, it's not always a cost investment. It's just sometimes just a dedication investment.
Right. Time.
Yeah. Like dedicating your time is a big part of a business, right?
Time
Yeah.
is money.
Time is money. Money is time.
I feel like you live here.
I do live here.
I know you do.
I live here. That's okay.
Still haven't found your bed yet.
I don't sleep. I told you that. I thought we just talked about this for the last 20 minutes.
Oh, there's somewhere you nap.
I don't know if we want to know.
I do.
It's right here on this bucket. I told you guys. This closet's awesome.
Is that why you have one of those airplane pillows in the corner?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why I got the neck pillow
makes
on
a lot
right
of
now.
sense.
I just woke up and you guys walked into my office.
Those things suck for the record.
Hey, you got a little sleep in your eye here.
It's okay. It's good for you. Those things do not suck for the record.
Yeah, they do suck
No.
for the record.
Only if you have a really bad neck pillow.
For the record, they're not very good.
Get a good one.
Why do you even need one? Yeah, let's exhort my neck in a motion that doesn't need to
You ever
go.
tried sleeping on an airplane, Garrett?
Yeah, I slept a whole plane when I went to Nashville.
You slept a whole plane.
You slept a whole plane.
You slept the whole plane, folks.
I
did.
slept half a plane one time.
The whole plane
I slept the whole plane.
to Nashville. For the record, it's a 2-hour flight.
Those
It was like
poor
220.
people.
Okay, so you had a headwind. It's a 2-hour flight normally.
Yeah, and
So you
Keep
took a
going.
nap.
You took-
That's
so
you
what,
took.
what
Yeah,
is
you
your,
took
what
a
is your
nap.
typical flight that you sleep on? You just typically fly like 9 hours?
Ma'am?
Is that just normal?
Ma'am, can I get a glass of warm milk and a blankie? I'm about to take a nap.
Can you read me a bedtime story?
Can you please adjust my neck pillow?
No, remember he doesn't like
my
neck pillows.
Housekeeping.
But yeah, so let's talk about some of the pros and cons here, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to
Pros
take your
and
business
cons.
to the next level, there's going to be some pros and there's going to be some cons.
That's very true. I don't
Right?
like the cons, though.
Okay, well, then let's talk about
Can you
pros.
skip the cons?
Let's talk about pros first.
Start with pros.
Okay, we can start with pros.
Okay.
More money.
Oh, that's a given. Yeah.
You're going to make
right.
more money.
Yeah.
Pro.
Swimming pools of money, right?
Pro.
Like Scrooge McDuck.
You get a swimming pool.
Let's
Pro.
go.
More recognition,
Yep.
right?
You start to become more noticed.
Because you're now becoming a noticeable business.
We've watched it happen here, right?
Recognition.
Yep.
Ability to help people. Making dreams happen,
Yep. Absolutely.
right? Whether you're a cabinet guy, a sign guy, a CNC manufacturer, a car dealership, like somebody's accomplishing a dream because of you,
Oh, absolutely.
right?
For
Dream
sure.
of owning a first car, dream of installing your own custom cabinet, dream homes, dream business, putting a sign up in front of it. You're making them somebody to the world, right?
Right.
A lot of things you can make happen. Pro would be the ability to provide opportunity, maybe.
Right.
Some people they live for providing opportunity for other people or their community.
Right. Maybe here's a situation you never thought you'd have.
Yeah. I have a guy I just talked to that he was a police officer, retired police officer now, and now he owns a construction business and he's helping people learn the trade in foreign countries.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Giving back to the communities, and obviously helping other people learn something and become, capable of doing a new skill set.
That's important. You got to give back some way, somehow.
Yeah. Like you can give back to my race car. That's cool.
Yeah. It seems like you need the help anyway.
You might need a new driver, too.
Right.
Hey, took a shot at me again. Sweet. Let's talk about cons now.
There's a couple.
Money.
Money.
We talked about money on the other side, but it's also here, right?
Nothing's
Right.
free.
Money doesn't always fix problems.
Nope. More time dedicated.
That's true.
So with recognition comes dedication.
More hours in the shop.
Yeah, where you don't get recognized.
Right. You
Um,
get screamed at by your wife.
Or your dad.
Or your
Not that I'm speaking from experience. Need to develop a plan sometimes, right? That's a con because some people are not planners.
Yeah, where do I hide? That's my plan.
You can't wing it forever,
Right.
Jesse.
No, you can't.
I mean, you've been trying. You've been doing it successfully for 2.5 years now, but we're going to... Have you been here 2.5 years? No.
No,
2 years.
2 years. 2 years.
I'm almost on 2.
You're almost 2 years?
Getting there.
Oh, my God.
I learned from the best, though. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
I learned from the best.
Winging it at its finest.
Yep. I am your wingman.
I don't know about that.
Oh. Well,
You're mine. No, you're
Thanks
mine.
for having me, guys. You have a great rest of the morning. See ya.
But no, I mean, that is a con, though, is that you have to spend time planning. You have to spend the time reviewing and going through things and doing what you need to do, and you can't just wing it forever because it's going to catch up to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there any other cons that come to mind, guys? Space?
Yeah, you might have to move.
You're going to run out of some space.
How many times do we move?
47? Feels like it.
Hey, Brandon, you can't hang out with your friends this weekend.
You got to move
Why,
us.
Dad? We're moving ShopSabre again.
Oh, my God. For the love of God. Yeah, no, it's true. I just got a text message from your wife. She said
Oh, boy.
she had to go home.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. Something about your daughter's iPad. Must have forgot it. Winning! They're winging it again.
Do they need those iPads every day?
Yeah.
They learn out of them?
Yeah,
Not
that's what
even
they
supposed
use
to
it.
bring them home.
Yeah.
That's what makes me more mad. Like I told her teachers, do not send that home. Leave it.
They're
at
winging
school.
it. Just winging it. We'll figure it out.
That's
I
what
bet
we
she,
did. That's
I
what
would
we
leave
did.
it on home on purpose. If she was smart, she'd leave it on purpose.
Heck yeah, I would.
No, because they have to have it. And then next time she leaves it, mom or dad has to go get it. And then when she gets home from school, fun ensues, right?
At least Bree gets a little extra lunch hour.
True. Maybe soon
Yeah.
bring her back donuts.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, text her back.
Text her.
Bring donuts.
Jesse says donuts.
Totally okay if you bring donuts.
Now.
Donuts. Every guy grabbed his phone right now. They're all texting. Right now. Brianna.
Because she'll do it.
Donuts. I know. She'll come back with donuts for sure.
She's such a smart ass, too. She'll come back with 8 dozen of them.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she will.
There's 6 people. She'll come back with 5 donuts.
Yeah, because you won't eat one.
It's going to be like
You won't eat one, so
everybody
it
can
doesn't
fight
matter.
for it. She'll get
Oh, that's
4 donuts.
absolutely true.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you,
won't
Garrett.
eat one, so we're good.
Thank you. We should put him on blast for that. I love it.
That'd be 7 donuts then, guys.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't really doing the math.
Isn't that fun how you do something nice and he just never partakes, but then he'll eat 3 things of ice cream that same weekend? Isn't that cool?
We got to tell the story now. No one's
right,
going to
you tell
understand. So I went out of my way. Was it Friday, Garrett?
That was Friday.
Was it Friday? I went out of my way to make sure that I went and got cinnamon rolls for the office. And Garrett, who was the first one I asked if they wanted one?
Brandon
It was
Bombardo.
Brandon Bombardo. And he told me what? He said, "No, sir, I can't.
Diet.
I'm on a diet." Right? I think that was what
Let's stop the story for 2 seconds. Just to let everybody know, I've been on this diet now for going on 3 months.
Let's let
It's not
everybody
like it's
else
something
know.
new.
Let's let
Not like it snuck up on him.
Let's let everybody else know that Brandon's like 160 pounds of just in shape handsomeness and doesn't need to be on a diet. Let's just be
Well,
real here.
And he picks and chooses
So he
when
says-
that diet stops.
Right, absolutely. Yeah.
That's
So
the
today's
beauty
the
of a diet.
diet, tomorrow's not.
No.
So I bring fresh cinnamon rolls, and Brandon says, "No,
Very
I'm on a
good.
diet." And what's the first thing he tells us when he comes in Monday, Garrett?
I made a
I ate
huge
so much
mistake.
ice cream.
Yeah, well,
I ate 6 gallons of ice cream this weekend.
For the
Speaks
record-
volumes
for
on
the
Brandon's
record,
character.
my wife is the one who wanted ice cream, and she is recovering it now from a little bit of a procedure. And when your wife tells you she wants ice cream, you go get her ice cream. The problem is when your wife orders the wrong ice cream, you get stuck eating the ice cream she didn't want. Twice. So then I ended up with 3 ice creams because, of course, I had my ice cream plus the 2 ice creams she didn't want, just so the truck didn't end up with ice cream all over it.
Funny how that works.
Yeah,
Amy,
so-
Amy, make sure you make like 6 or 7 ice cream choices.
Yeah, seriously. I came back and I was like, well, I made a huge mistake. Good thing I had that diet this week. Imagine if I'd eaten the cinnamon roll. I would have been really in trouble.
But it's pretty impressive, like how you can turn that stuff down. Though I know we just gave you a hard time, but it's pretty. Your willpower is something else. Like I can't believe it.
It's not always easy.
Nah, I can't.
Sometimes I sit in my
imagine.
office and
I
cry.
choose good food over a slim physique.
Except
I don't
that
know.
he's the smallest guy in the entire office.
You guys are in competition.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's get back on subject here. Let's talk a little bit about adding CNC equipment, and why it makes sense for a business. Obviously that's what we do. So let's talk a little bit about it. You know, when we're talking about stepping it up, you know, it's going to add capabilities without, you know, searching for talent, right?
Right. You don't need to hire somebody.
It's kind of nice. You can teach people that you already know or teach yourself how to do something.
Yeah,
Or
for
get
sure.
rid of an employee.
You can get rid of an employee.
You
That's
could.
happened. I've seen that before. Versatility.
I've actually had guys on the phone say that. Like, I am buying this so I can fire that guy across the shop.
Yeah, I've
Oh.
seen it once or twice myself.
Okay.
I was involved in a meeting like that one time, and it was very uncomfortable.
Ouch.
The guy he was firing was in the same room as he let the guy know that this machine is replacing you. I felt like the worst person in the world at that moment.
Just sitting there awkwardly.
Yeah, awkwardly like, well, on that note, I'm going to get out of here.
Wonder what my wife's making for dinner.
Yeah, exactly. God, I wonder if she wants ice cream.
But yeah, it gives you capabilities without having to add a person.
Versatility, though.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, that's the real thing is that for most people, and, you know, we joke about, you know, firing someone. It doesn't happen that often.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
99% of the time, these machines actually make an employee more valuable.
They do.
And that's what we always joke about is that, you know, a lot of employees do, you know, view a machine as, oh my God, they're going to replace me. But it's not. The machine can't run without a person.
No, I can't.
So the only time they're going to replace you is if you're making their job harder. You know,
Right.
like be part of the solution. If they want a machine, if they want to automate, don't fight it. Old school ways don't work forever. So
No,
be
throw
the
your
guy
hand-
who learns the machine.
Throw your hand up in the air. Teach me. I
Yeah.
want to learn how to run this. Teach
Yeah,
me.
trust me, it'll make your life easier. It'll make the boss's life easier.
Yeah. Don't fight it.
Versatility, you know, obviously it gives you the ability to do more with less,
Right.
which is nice. You know, it's a space saver.
You like that? You like that?
There's much more efficient ways to do things with one tool than to have multiple machines to do the same thing.
Right. A lot of times you can get rid of equipment.
Yeah.
by
Well, we see it all the
CNC.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see it. Guys are like, well, I don't know how I'm gonna fit that CNC router in my shop because I got to keep the sliding table saw and I got to keep this and keep that. And it's like, then 6 months later, like, well, I sold this table saw, I sold this, I sold
Sold
that.
the
Like, I
panel
don't,
saw,
yeah, I don't need these
shaver.
things anymore. You know, like, you know, I'm not saying everybody gets rid of it all, but you know, there's a good majority of them that do end up. You know, as an example, drill presses.
Right.
You know, I see a lot of guys get rid of their drill presses when they get a CNC because they just do the drilling on the machine.
You don't need one, right? Don't need
Yep.
a drill press.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times they're not doing enough of it anymore. You know, so it is a space saver. It's a safety thing too. You know, it does make things safer for you because you don't have as many people handling things.
Oh, for sure.
So that's always a nice thing. You know,
I'm working with a guy right now who cut his right hand off on his table saw.
Yep.
And now he's looking at getting into a CNC machine because of that comfort. Right?
Yep.
It's comfortable. It's a peace of mind that, hey, it's a lot harder to cut my hand off on this. Right?
yeah,
It's
exactly. And I'm
safe.
gonna say it's not impossible to get hurt on a CNC.
Right.
And if you're not using the tool right, you're gonna get hurt.
Oh, absolutely.
But you know, the reality is use it right, and it's a lot safer.
for sure.
Profitability, obviously, that's always a benefit.
Yeah.
More with less. I think Garrett, we're doing a video coming up here that we're gonna have posted. That's like cutting a cabinet in 6 minutes or something like that.
I think we're going to show that that's possible, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the nice thing is like it's those type of things. Like you can cut a full sheet of material out in under 6 minutes. That's dadoed, shelving holes, everything. Tell me how long it's gonna take a guy to do that.
That's a win, man.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen guys race CNC machines, and what takes them an hour, the machine does in like 10 minutes. Yeah. So it's profitability. You're investing less labor time, right?
Yeah.
Professionalism. I mean, let's be honest. It just makes you more professional when this equipment is repeatable. This equipment is, you know, something you can depend on. It makes your business more professional.
Absolutely. And let's not forget, like, what happens when a customer walks in your shop and sees that thing.
Yeah.
Or your friends, right?
Yeah.
Like, how many times do you hear that from a guy? I've had half a dozen people come over the first hour this morning just to see my machine.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Like, that, what a great feeling.
No, exactly. It's there's a lot of benefits, I think, to, you know, stepping your business up and doing that. The reality is, though, in any way when you're stepping your business up, I think your goal is growth, right?
Right.
Growth, profitability, you know, the
Efficiency.
ability, efficiency. Like whatever your reason is, stop making excuses. You know, we've talked about those episodes in the past. We have stop making excuses. We've talked about things like, you know, really ways to accelerate your business. We've talked about taking your business to the next level. You know, and today we're talking about stepping your business up. You know, it's really about taking that next step. Actually, next week I know we have a really exciting episode as well, right, Garrett?
Should we tell him or should we get Lou to surprise?
You can tell him. Go ahead.
No, you tell
Fire
him.
it away.
No.
No, I'm not
Tell
telling.
me. I don't even know.
I think we wait.
You don't know?
No.
Ha. You know Garrett though, right?
Yeah, I know.
We talked about it. That's actually a really exciting episode. So next week it's gonna be, like I said, a really good part of, I think, who we are and where we're going, I think, as a business. I think it talks a little bit more to the average person. It's going to talk to where we're going. Like I said, stepping things up, right? Mm-hmm. That's what we're trying to do too. I mean, every time we do anything with our business, we're trying to step it up. We don't ever want to just be the same old business we were before, right? That's just not who we are. We are always trying to do things to make ourselves better and trying to do things that will help us, take it to the next level.
Right on.
So you're doing some videos I know coming up, right? Like I said, cutting a cabinet under 6 minutes. I think you were cutting out a logo, weren't you? Doing some logos or something?
We're going to do all sorts of stuff. Just a matter of when and how, and
we have a really cool river run table that we're getting ready to
isn't that cool?
Show off. Won't that be cool?
Hopefully soon. It took a little bit longer than we had originally had planned. Maybe.
Yeah, we
pretty big project.
Let's just say that we had a project in mind that was going to take us a week. We're now going on 3 months. It's not really 3 months. It's really 3 weeks, but it's spread over 3 months because we've only been working on it 1 week out of every month. So, yeah, it took a little longer than we anticipated.
It'll be worth it, though.
Yeah. I can't not tell them about next week's episode. I'm sorry.
All right. Tell them.
Handling rejection. We're going to talk a little bit about handling rejection next week.
Handling rejection.
Yeah.
You guys deal with that.
Yeah, I think that's why I said it's a big part of our business. Like, you have to handle rejection because not every person you talk to buys a CNC machine.
Right.
Right? Something we have to deal with.
And rejection's a part of every business.
Yeah, and that's what I was just going to say. Is it's not just us, though. Every cabinet maker has been rejected on a job. Every sign maker has been rejected on a job. Every person has been rejected in some way in their life.
We all know too much about that, don't we?
Rejection.
High school.
High school rejection.
High school.
High school. Such a reject. But no, yeah, we're going to have a fun topic next week. So, make sure you tune in next week. Check that out. But I think that's all I got today, guys.
That was good.
You good?
I can't wait to have donuts.
Let's go get some donuts.
Yeah.
All
awesome.
right. Donuts it is.
Hey, let's follow back up on this and see if Brandon eats one next Monday.
I'm not having a donut. I'm already committed to this.
There we go.
And with that being said, I'm Brandon.
I'm Jesse.
Thanks for talking shop with ShopSabre.